Welcome to Stackflow Tech. In this video, we're going to create the role center using the AL language by the Microsoft Dynamic 365. And so in the previous video, the description link below, we discussed these various parts of a role center. And so we're going to do it practically on our favorite editor here. So role center is just a page. So we'll just create a new object with the AL wizard, then create a page. Then since we are dealing with our project, the library management system, so we are going to design a library role center. So you can see the ID is 50,106. So don't worry about the source table because we don't need it, but worry about the page type because we need to specify that this is a role center. Now when that is done, we just click finish. We don't have to go to next since we don't have much data from the source table. So we don't need this part for the source table. Role center is a special type of a page that does not require a source table. So here we will not need repeaters in our layout. Remember, we have layout and we also have actions as explained earlier. So under the actions, we will have various areas. But first, I want us to deal with the layout so that I can demonstrate how that works as we move on. So for the layout, we'll have a layout known as the role center. So and inside the role center area, we can have parts. So a part number one, you're going to have a part, let's call it greetings or a headline. In our headline, we are going to bring in an headline. Let's say an headline for a production activities. Sorry, let's do an headline for. Okay, let's use the business manager headline, and then for every part, just like a field, you have to specify the application area. In our case, we'll just use the application area to be suite and basic. So we are expecting to see this part here. This part is a page. It's a page. It's a page by Microsoft. But you see the page type is the headline part. So it will have two areas. It will have content, and then it will have a group for the greetings and another one for the documentation headline. So now I'm going to publish and then create a role center, and then we will proceed with the rest of the parts. So I'm going to publish with a shortcut that I created on my own. But for your case, you can publish using the run, and then you can click run without debugging or start debugging. So as it publishes, I'll just remind us that we have these parts of role center. What we just did, we created this part here. This is a part under the layouts called there. It is an headline. So, and there's another part here for the activities, and there's another part here for the email status. There's another part here. There's also another part for the insight where you can plug in the Power BI, and then you can also include a part for a list of objects, a list of records from the database. So once you publish the role center that you've created in AL, you will still land to the role center that you are in. So what you're going to do, we are going to create the role center in the front end now that we are done creating it in the back end. So in the back end, this is what we did. We just created a 20 lines code over a page. So we're going to see what exactly we did. So you can search through here, or you can use some shortcuts. Then it's called profiles roles. So it's a list of profiles and roles. We just click on the new so that you can create our new one. Let's call it library. So the display name is library, and then the profile ID is the library. So for description, it doesn't matter, but what matters is the display name and the role center ID. we can click here the list of all the role centers that has been created. So here is a list of the available role centers, and we are going to search through our own. We called it library. So right there we have the library. The ID is 50,606. So the app name is Stackflow Tech, and the object name is library role center. So we'll just click this, and you can see the role center ID is there. So once that is done, it's okay. We can just go back. It will auto save. Don't worry about looking for save button. And so you can go to my settings and then click on the settings. And under my settings, you can go to role. Then you can change the role to be library. It's right there. You can still search. There's a whole algorithm that gives you the product you need. So we can just maintain that role, then click OK. Let's see what we've done. Nice. This is what we've done. We've done almost nothing, but with time, we'll keep on improving our role center. So this part here, as explained in the description link below video, this is called, it's an area under the layout called role center, and this part is the part that we created, which has another page, customized, not customized, but a standard page from Microsoft just for greetings. It has these scrollable links. And so that's much we've done for now. We can still do more, especially on actions. I'm going to add an area called sections, and then under sections, I'm going to add a group. Okay, for sections, you have to add a group, and then this group will have books, and then under books as a group, I'm going to have an action called, let's say, books. If you try doing books, it will give you an error because you already have another one. So let's do some fancy thing here. We just add the ampersand there, and then we can give the properties of our action. Let's expose it to make sure it will be visible. There is application area to be basic suite, or you can call it all if you like simple things. Avoid a lot of complication. So now in this action, we are going to say, we are going to mention the object that you want to run. So we have to terminate this line first. So run object, you're going to run page, and then we need to specify which page are we running. I want us to run our pages. You see this page here, the books. We're going to run books. Books right there. Click enter. And that is it. We've done an action. We can still do another action. Let's copy that one and paste here. For what else did we need? We needed to have books. We needed to have patrons and authors. So let's have patrons here. So patrons, you don't even need all these things because we don't have any other patrons inside our code. And you have to change right here in lane 30, you have to change it to be patrons. So this will give us a list of patrons. This will give us a list of books. We can still add another one here, an action. Let's create from, call it authors. And then application area, let's make it basic. Sorry, basic seats, and then run object to be the object that you're going to run is page, and which page, authors. So this is a section. I'm going to publish and then explain what happens. It has published and completed successfully. We have books right here. Then under books, we have groups, various, it's a group of books. And then under books, we have books, we have patrons, we have authors. Something is not right here. We just don't need patrons under books, and you don't need others. Okay, we need others, but we don't need patrons under books. So we'll just go remove patrons and make it a different group. So we are going to create a new group here, a new group for patrons. Then it will give us an error, yes, of course, for obvious reasons that we already have one here. We can cut this, then we can add, let's call that patrons. Then we can add our action right there. I've just cut and paste. So we're going to have two groups for books and then for patrons. So I'm going to publish that one. Then as it publishes, we will still add another area. This is sections. Okay, now it's published completely. I will explain right here. So up here, these are actions. We have groups. We have a group having two actions for books and another group having one action. So we're going to click on this link, books, and then it's a blank list of this Facebook ID, the title, the ISNB, and the genre. So I'm going to create new so that we can create a new book. Let's call it book one, and then let's call it a textbook. It can be textbook, but let's call it textbook. Letter 56DH as our ISP, and then our genre. Let's call it test genre. So this is a book, and this is a card, and then you can still click new, and then add book two. Call it book two. Then this is can be random numbers, and then test. So now in our database or our table we have two records, the book and then another one for the another book again, book two, book one, and then book two. So for now I was just demonstrating what we did here earlier. We add a table here, book. This book has these fields, and then going back, this this is this is this is a page of type card. So a card is this. This is a card. Let me show you what the card is. This is a list where you can just have a repeater repeating itself, and then when you open this, you have a card here. So now that we are doing the role center, I'll just add something else, and our library role center called is an area called creation. I explained earlier in the video below. Then under the creation, I'm going to have actions directly. Then we'll use it to create, let's say, book. If we want to create a book, we can use that action. Then the application area still, we can have it as basic sheets. Then we can run object to be our page. Then our page will be book. So this book is a card. So it will open for us a card. It will not open for us a list. You can see page type is card. Then we can add another one here, copy and paste so that we can add another one for patron. So we'll just under our patron action we must have a patron page as the run object ID. So I'm going to. So it was published successfully, and you can see there's something here. There are two things. We created book and then patron. These are actions. If I click here, I'm expecting it to open a card for book, and then this one will open a card for patron. So book, nice. So it's just giving us the other books, and then if I open this, it will give us an empty patron list. So under this, you can edit or click new so that we can add new patron, maybe patron one. Let's call area call creation is that when we click on the patron, we are opening the patron record. That's not what we want to do. We want to be able to create new when we create new. So I will add a property here. So to handle that, okay, we'll add that property, a property known as the run page mode, and then we add it as create, so that when we click on that actions, it will automatically create a new record, or rather give us a blank card instead of opening the existing record. So we'll just publish and test that one. So we will test to confirm. If we click on patron action, yes, it's giving us blank, so we can create a record at this point. The last name will be Doe, and then the phone number. You can just have any extension phone number. Then for email, you can have Doe.John. Yeah, you can have john.doe@gmail.com. Then DOB, you can have it as today. However, due to the license issues, you can just fix to a date which is the future. 00124. Now, we've created a pattern just from this part here. So I'll just go back to our source code and then create another part for, you can still have another area for reporting, then have actions under that. You can still create one for area processing. So you can still have actions under this again. And there's another one called area embedding. So for this, I'm going to create a new table later on, and then we can see what embedding does. So for now, thank you for watching up to this end. And that's a little clips of how to create a role center from the backend, and then how you can also expose it from the front end right here. So these are our role center that we created. Thank you. Please subscribe, like the video, and then you can share the video for someone else who would like to know how to create role center in AL using the Microsoft Dynamic Business Central 365.